Hey, welcome. I am so excited to have you here. Today, I'm sitting down with Dana Nield from Dana Nield Designs, an amazing designer who specializes in baby blankets, crochet baby blankets. So, if you have ever wondered what yarn to use, what kind of stitches to use, what size you should make, anything like that, that's what we're going to talk about today. So, you're in the right spot. I'm going to let Dana introduce herself a little bit more first before we dive in.
All right, yes, like Hortense said, I'm Dana from Dana Nield Designs, and I prioritize memorizable crochet baby blanket patterns. So they're not always mindless, but they're at least easy enough to pick up and put down. You can see where you left off. I'm in a stage of life where I have a lot of little kids at home, and so I love being able to just pick up a project and go and do a row when the kids are playing or whatever. Those are my favorite projects to make, and so they're my priority to design. So thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for joining us. I love designing from what you enjoy and can works with the final product, works with your life and the making process. I think that makes us better designers.
Well, thank you.
Why do you think people love baby blankets so much? There's a huge demand for baby blankets.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, blankets are great, easy projects to make, right? You're making rectangles or squares, and so it's that mindless thing. It's straightforward. There's no complicated shaping, like if you're making a garment for like a baby garment or a hat or whatever. So I think that's why blankets are attractive anyway. And then if they're for babies. What a wonderful way to welcome a child into the world than to give the mom a handmade gift. That was the whole inspiration for me to get started. I think this is true for many designers. You get something handmade or personalized for your own babies and you're like, I want to do that for other people too. It's so special knowing somebody took weeks or months even to make you something handmade to welcome your baby. So I think those are
Or
two
even
big
just
reasons.
hours, like
Yeah, that's
doesn't
true.
one have to take week or months to make a baby blanket? You can make some in hours, but it's still very special compared to just buying something online or in the store.
Totally. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Even 2 hours of somebody's time, that's a lot of time.
There's not
People
a
are
lot of
busy.
people spending 2 hours of their time on making something for you. Let's start with talking about the yarn because that's where the blanket starts. Do you have any go-to yarns for baby blankets? What makes a yarn right for a baby versus any other kind of blankets?
Yeah, the number one absolutely has to be this quality to me is machine washability. I am not giving anyone something they have to hand wash. It's already, especially for a first time mom, like that is so overwhelming. The idea, I would just never use it. If somebody gave me something, yeah,
They're the
I would,
only ones like when I get requests, they're the only ones who are like, yeah, but I still want something with the fancy yarn. I'll hand wash it. I'm like, yeah, I can. If that's what you want, I will make it. But
right.
promise me you're gonna use it at least once.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I would much rather somebody use the thing I gave them than be scared to. So, yeah. So it has to be machine washable. Air drying, I'm okay with telling them just don't put it in the dryer. I think that's okay, but I'm not telling anybody to hand wash a baby blanket. And so that gives you three-ish categories, right? Acrylic, superwash wool, and cotton or bamboo, like those like plant-based machine washable fibers. I don't have as much experience with bamboo, and so I'll just stick with my three categories then. Acrylic is such a great mainstay. It's such a perfect go-to. It doesn't change if you throw it in the washer or dryer, like stretch or shrink the way superwash wool stretches. Cotton shrinks a little bit. And it's color fast, like all the great qualities of acrylic, right? That we all, maybe not everybody, I don't know. Most people know and love because you usually start with acrylic because it's the most affordable as well. I don't know what the term is, but like more natural minded friends, crunchy friends, they're like, please do not give me plastic baby
Plastic.
blankets. I have one like organic cotton baby blanket that I just finished and it's machine wash and dryable and it only shrunk a little bit. It was 32 by 32 inches before washing and it shrank down to 30 by 30, which is like totally fine by me. And then wool, I'm like so back and forth. I don't know. I want you to weigh in too on this one, Hortense, because like the wool yarns are the superwash yarns are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. But then like crazy things happen when you wash them. And then yeah.
Yeah, Irish is hard to wash. You have to wash it like the label says. So, like some superwash, you have to wash in the washing machine and dry in the dryer. Some you have to wash in the machine and lay flat to dry, and some you have to hand wash and lay flat. although superwash it normally is supposed to be machine wash. Just follow the label. My problem with wool for baby blankets, it's more like allergy and skin sensitivity. I have a super sensitive skin, and my kids too. I'm not putting a wool blanket on them. Sorry, it's not happening.
Yeah, I'm more open to wool blankets for babies because like usually they have another layer on, like maybe they've got pajamas, baby
Yeah, but
pants
even
on.
like their
It's just
their neck and face area and their hands, like even with nothing, my kids got rashes for like no reason, including like
whoa.
myself. Yeah, we have the worst skin. Not the worst. Like, a lot of people have sensitive skin, but
Mhm.
like any detergent that has like perfume is 3 days of no sleep. So
Oh no. Oh
we
my
have sensitive
goodness.
skin. But I know a lot
Yeah.
of babies do. Any babies that have eczema or anything like that, they will tend to have more. There's risk for reactions with wool versus synthetics or cotton. Cotton is good for that because
Mhm.
no one's allergic to cotton that I know. Never heard
Right.
anyone have an issue. Or like cotton blends.
Yeah.
I actually cotton acrylic blends a lot. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
can't have everything.
I know.
And plastic's bad, but plastic's also good.
It's so easy and affordable. And I think if I had to pick, if you were like, you can only choose one fiber type from here on out, just give me the 100% acrylic. It's the safest bet.
And it's got so much better because people always say it's not as soft as the other natural fibers. You have some very soft acrylic now. It's not the
Yes.
same acrylic as 30 years ago.
Right. Totally.
But I wouldn't go with any of the hairy yarns, a lot of halo.
Yeah.
Anything like mohair or fake mohair or anything like that, I would not put on a baby blanket,
Anything that
personally.
can pull off. The tweed yarns, I only learned this maybe a year ago. I don't use them that often, but they're beautiful. I love the little nups. They're so
Yeah.
pretty. But if a baby can pull that off, it's going in the mouth. So avoiding any of those
Yeah.
yarns.
Do you have any yarn weight? Like we talked about fiber content a lot, but like yarn weight preferences, recommendations?
I have made blankets in everything from a weight 2 sport, most recently, up into the weight 6 super bulky. And the more I make, the more I'm gravitating toward that middle ground of the weight 3 DK, weight 4 worsted. And even I'm making a worsted blanket right now, and I'm like, oh, this is so heavy because I've the most recent blankets I've been making are in DK. I love DK weight yarn.
Yeah, especially for crochet, like it's the perfect crochet blanket yarn weight.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for the smaller baby blanket size. And but worsted is so easy to come by and it's popular and it's you can find anything you want in worsted weight. And so
But
I
you
would
have like
say,
worsted, there's a big range of worsted. I like the light worsted ones.
yep.
Like the heavy worsted tend to be like too heavy, but the
Yeah.
lightweight ones, I think most of my baby blankets are in worsted.
And if you're gonna do heavier weight yarn, like a weight 5 bulky, weight 6 super bulky, then you really have to use a stitch that's not textural at all or very minimal texture so you still have some drape. Otherwise, it's gonna be super stiff. That's kind of a hard balance to strike because I love textural stitches. I'm just doing those more and more, so I need the lighter weight yarns to do cables or puff stitches or just in the back loop to get the ridges. Okay, the other thing I'll say though is if you have to make a last minute blanket, the bulky yarn sure comes in handy if you need to whip something up in a few days or a week. And once in a while, it's nice to have that quick, satisfactory project. If I spent a month making a different blanket, it's nice to be like, all right, I want to knock out a bulky blanket in a week. So it feels, I don't know, you get that balance too.
Yeah, I tend to then switch to knitting with those yarn weights for blankets. That's
Sure.
cheating.
It's totally fair.
Let's talk about size. What's the baby blanket size? Is there one size? Are there different standards? What's your favorite recommendation and why?
I feel like every time I Google baby blanket sizes, everybody's got a different opinion. There are standard sizes, but then one person will say this is standard and someone else will say this is something else is standard. And I'm like, for me personally, I like smaller baby blankets. And by smaller, I mean in the 30 inches by 30 inches is my favorite size. Maybe a little bigger, like up to 36 by 36. Those are go to sizes for me. Because if I'm snuggling a newborn and I want to put a blanket over her or him so that they are warm, I don't want a ton of extra fabric around. In the United States, you're not supposed to put babies in their cribs with a loose blanket until a certain age. I should know this because I have 4 small children. I forget if it's a year old or if it's 2 years old. They're supposed to do the wearable blankets before that, and having less fabric. If I'm using the blanket to just snuggle my baby, I want less fabric. Or if I'm putting my 1-year-old in the crib with a loose blanket, say they just turned 1, I put them in with a loose blanket. I don't want too much fabric so they squirm around. That's my personal preference, to have that smaller size. But I know there's charities that are like, we want at least 36 by 36. And so I would say anything in that range. A lot of my blankets, depending on how thick the border is, they come out anything in between that. Maybe as narrow as 28 up to, that's like the narrowest I would do for a rectangle blanket. And 36 by 36. I've made a decent amount of those because I want them to be blankets you can donate if you choose to as well.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I'm the opposite, so
Oh,
that's
really?
really fun. Yeah, I will always go with the bigger ones, the 40 to 45. I just under a meter 10.
Yeah.
Because my thought is like, you wear it when you like, breastfeed or like, give the bottle for the mom to be warm.
Yeah.
And then they, as toddlers, from 1.5, like you said, to like 4 or 5, they have it on their bed. They use it all the time. They cuddle in front of the TV. And I have so many friends' kids that come to me now and they're 5, 6, and they're like, my feet come out. Like, can you make it bigger?
Oh my
So
goodness.
for me, I feel they use it a lot more when it's that size, versus like the classic newborn size, where it's like you use it for 3 months if the baby's in the winter, and then it's not really useful for anything anymore. Well, for the safety and to be pretty, it's pretty.
Yes.
When I design, I give both, like I grade it for both, so people can choose.
Okay.
Like I have 2 different baby sizes,
Yeah.
like depending, like receiving, crib, toddler. Yeah, I do a lot of sizes. That way people can choose. But that's my reasoning. So yeah, when I give it to newborn, it looks huge, and they're always like, yeah, just put it away for a year. It's fine. I won't take it out after, and you'll see why I made it that size.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point. You get a lot more use out of it. I don't know. If you see a bunch of larger blanket designs on my website in the next 6 months to a year, you'll know why. The best thing is to just have both, have some small blankets and have some bigger ones. Just make 2 blankets for every baby.
or just make it adjustable. Like you can have is not a zipper, but an add-on.
Yeah,
That they can
yeah.
just like with, I don't know, buttons or snap. What do you call them? Snap things?
Snaps. Yeah,
Yeah.
snaps.
Then you can just add on an extra border when they grow up. That would
There
be
you
pretty cool.
go.
Do you think the construction makes a difference? Do you always do square or sometimes rectangles?
Yeah, again, if I'm snuggling a newborn, I like a square blanket usually. It fits nicely while we're snuggling. So a lot of my blankets are squares or close to squares. And again, it's just if I'm doing cabling and the repeat turned out okay,
Yeah.
now it's a little more rectangular, 32 by 34
It's
inches, whatever.
intended square, like
Most of the blankets I like for that. But I could see the rectangular ones, especially being good as the kid gets older, and then it's a nice lap blanket. One of the standard baby blanket sizes I see a lot is the crib size, the 45 inches by 60 inches, which is huge to me. I'm like, that is a massive baby blanket.
yeah, it's nearly a throw. It's just under a throw.
Yeah, it's pretty darn close. And so, but then if it could be a throw, then that's really versatile, right? If that can be a throw blanket, that child can have that blanket their whole life.
Yeah.
From the start. That's pretty cool too.
But yeah, I agree. Square is awesome for the very small size, but then when you do a bit bigger, I prefer rectangle, unless I'm doing a construction that's square. Depending on your design, some designs are just square. And
Right.
not meant to be a rectangle, center out kind of things. Things
Yeah.
like that, where it's like square is just how it's gonna be.
Yep.
And then I'll make like the throw size also square. If someone wants
Yeah.
like an adult version, I usually grade it like in different sizes, and then they just have like big square sizes. It also works.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite construction? Do you always do rows or granny squares or other types of squares? Assembled, not assembled, all of that.
Yeah, it's almost always rows. It's so enjoyable to me to just do my blanket in rows. I just truly don't have as much experience working patterns from the center out. I have a few patterns on my website.
It's a night to write.
Okay, thank you. So there's
There's that. Because you have to write every row.
Oh,
because the
yeah,
stitch count
no. Yeah.
changes every row. So like when even if your repeat works with the increases, it's a lot harder to write. I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna lie.
Yeah. I've found there's been enough times where my tension has been funky and so it's wavy when I'm trying to do center out, or I did a mitered square, just like a giant mitered square once. Then I tried remaking it and I was like, oh, it was like,
It's the rate of increase with the stitch height, especially in crochet with stitches having very different height. If your stitch is twice taller, then you need to increase twice as much over that row than on a smaller row, and that makes it hard to do the math and have your rate of increase be correct
and then I just, even if there's just tension differences between,
between
you know,
different people.
different
It's a lot
people,
harder.
the hook size, I
But
feel
it's
like
easy because you just work until you have no more yarn and then you're done.
exactly. Yeah, that's the nice thing about them. You don't even think about it, right? It's totally mindless at that point. I want to do more center out patterns. That's a goal of mine. But
And pieces, do you ever make baby blankets in pieces?
I have one pattern and it's three big rectangles that got seamed together. And looking back, I'm like, why didn't I just continue? So, okay, seaming, I can see the advantages, right? Because it strengthens the blanket overall along the seams. It gives you more structure, whatever. Actually, I am making a swatch blanket right now. Let me pull it out because it's so ugly, but I love it because you're using your swatches. So I'm in the process right now of making this swatch baby blanket just with whatever worsted and
I
DK
love it. It's
swatches.
like all shapes and sizes of swatches.
I have been avoiding this project though because it is all sewing. It is the whole thing is just seaming it together and then I'll put a
Well,
border
you've
on it.
already made the swatches, so.
Right. So you'd think this will be a quick project. But then I'll leave it for 2 weeks because I'm like, oh, I don't want to sew. And so,
Well, you can crochet them together, like slip stitch them together. It's a lot faster.
yeah, and I would like that better, probably. I liked how I wanted to do the invisible seam so that they just looked like they were like right on top of each other. And so I was like, oh, I don't want to do the slip stitch join for that reason. But I'm excited about the project to use the swatches. We've talked extensively about gauge and how important it is to make your gauge swatch. I found out recently, Hortense, I'm in my first collaborative crochet along with another designer. I don't know if I can say more than that right now, but she was making the sample from my pattern and she was like, mine is coming out a very different size. Like the width was the same, but the height was
Yeah.
different. She was like, are you like, we're using the same hook, the same yarn, all that. I think I'm a tight crocheter. I took a class once with another girl, we're like two students, and we both did 20 stitches. And my swatch was like this big, and hers was like double. And I was
Yeah.
like, we both did 20 stitches? Are you sure? Like, so
Yep.
yeah. And so very tight crocheter. How did I get to that?
But it's very everyone. I have done those kind of blankets and worked different sections from different designers, and I have had to adjust my hook sizes crazy because everyone's
Yeah.
tension is so different.
Yeah. And oh yeah, it's important to make your gauge swatches, but then what do you do with them if you just have all these gauge swatches? Hopefully you can frog them and use them in the project. Is
Oh, you can do a lot of things with them. I usually keep mine, and the boys came in recently and took my bag of swatches and used them as blankets for their like
for their toys?
teddy, teddy bears. I don't know how you call them. They're not
Yeah,
all
stuffed
bears, but like
animals.
yeah, that one. So they
Yeah.
had 20 different. They could put them all to bed. They were very excited. So then the big one was like, "Can you sew these four together? Because they're too small, but I like the colors." So I was like, "Okay, I'll make you a teddy bear blanket." So it's like, swatching is so useful.
Yeah. Yes. And I don't always want to frog the swatches either because I want to run them through the washing machine. There have been a handful of blankets I've made for my in-laws, and then I'll see them later using the blanket and it's totally pilled. And I'm like, well, golly, if I had washed a swatch before giving away this blanket, I would have known it would do that, and maybe I would have reconsidered what yarn I used. I found out
Yes.
later it was a wool blend, and that's part
Uh-huh.
of why it was pilling. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oops.
Actually, just block it. Not just
Mm-hmm.
wash it, but like completely block it. Even for a blanket, I'm just gonna do my little spill here. I am like
Yep.
gauge, 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 blocking, gauge, blocking. You guys know by now. Make a gauge swatch, block it. You will be happy. It is
Yes.
worth it. Even
Yep.
for projects where you think, it doesn't matter, I'll just work up to whatever size I have yarn for and it's going to be good enough. It's not just for the size.
Yep. Totally. Yeah. So that is, those are, okay, I've got two blankets now that I am sewing, but everything else worked in rows, put a border around it. That's my
Yeah.
go-to.
About the borders, you like borders? You don't like borders? You like big bold borders? You like frivolous borders? There's all kind of borders, and the border really. I'm sometimes annoyed at crochet that you have to put a border for it to look good, but I don't always want to because it changes the flow of the pattern to add that I don't know stripe in the other direction. It bugs me.
So I deeply love borders. They're on every, okay. I've got a couple there's an exception to everything I'm saying.
Of
I have
course,
a
always.
I do have a couple patterns that don't have borders because they were designed as quickie patterns or use up, only two skeins to make this blanket or whatever. And so there are a couple, but everything else, I agree with you. I think crochet, it just looks better if there's a border. Even if it's a skinny little border, like this blanket, just a teeny skinny border. Or my favorite, I just finished this one yesterday. I want a chunky border on the project. I'm like, can I get to 3 inches for the border? Because I love the look of a really chunky border. I feel like it completes the project in many cases. But yeah, but you have to choose the border wisely, right? Otherwise, it's like,
Oh yes.
yeah.
For me, it's like either there's a border and that's kind of the blanket. You know my blankets. I do a lot of plain white centers with the border is the design.
Yes.
Or the blanket's the design and then I do something just to finish it off so it's polished but that you barely see or don't see at all. But the in-betweens I cannot get. Like the I don't know, 1 to 2 inches. I'm just like, yeah.
Why? Yeah.
But it's like a personal thing. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. For me it's just a mindset thing. Like I go into making a blanket knowing that part 1 is the body of the blanket and part 2 is the border and part
It
3 is
takes the
weaving
same
it in.
amount of time and it takes the same amount of yarn. It is very
Yes.
surprising, very frustrating.
My I will say my least favorite part of making blankets is probably that foundation row for the border because it takes focus. Every other part of the blanket could be mindless or easily memorized. You just go. But then that first row of the border, you got to count, you got to check, make sure it lies flat so you're set up for success with the rest of the border. And so that I'm like, okay,
It's not gonna work.
yeah,
Like if you just wing it for that row, you can wing the rest, but that row, you have to be like super regular when you pick up your stitches, otherwise it just looks wonky.
yeah. And then the whole blanket could look like amateur-ish or, oh yeah, that is handmade, thanks. It's which I hate to say that, but it's yeah, it needs to lie flatly to look polished, right? And so that round, I'm like, okay, I can't talk to anybody for half an hour so I can focus on what I'm doing before going back to listening to a podcast while I'm crocheting or having a conversation with somebody or whatever. Like, okay, nope, I need to focus.
Let's talk about stitches. Do you have any favorite stitches for the blanket, for the border? Any stitches you don't think should be on a blanket? Pros, cons, opinions, holes, no holes, texture,
Oh
no
yeah.
texture.
Oh, I love texture. Yeah, I absolutely love texture. Yes. So let's see if I have, oh, good, I have one with me. Okay. My favorite border ever. I've put this on 20 blankets. I need to branch out because I just do the same thing a lot of the time. But this border right here,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's called the camel stitch. It's half double crochet in the back third loop when you're working in the round. And
I
I feel like I'm like not doing it
not
justice.
what stitch was that?
What's that?
I did not know that that was called a camel stitch. Now I know.
Oh yeah,
I use
yeah.
it all the time. I just say like, double crochet in the third loop
Yeah,
all the way around.
yeah.
But
It's
that's my go-to blanket border. If I want to do something simple but like wide, in one color, or even for I'm doing a crochet along right now, and the border, it's like a version of that, but with colors. I used slip
Oh,
stitches for
nice.
the colors, but it's the same concept. And then you have the three colors of the main blanket. Like it
Yeah.
has stripes. It's huge, so it's hard to show, but so that like brings
Yeah.
it together.
Beautiful. Very good. Yeah, so I would say that's my go-to border. I'm trying to branch out. I've got, let's see. This is part of my swatch blanket, but you can see this is a lacy border that I've put on a few blankets when I want to look fancy and heirloomy. Yeah, this swatch too. I love crochet cables. Speaking of stitches I love in a blanket. Love cables. I love texture. It's just finding that, okay, no matter what you're doing, you're making a fabric. And so finding, okay, I love to put cables on a blanket, but probably not on a weight 6, like yarn, because then it's going to be stiff. I love cables on a DK weight baby blanket. Other stitches I love. Okay, this is going to sound basic, but just double crochet stitches are so soothing. The rhythm of crocheting a double crochet. So I really see why granny stitches, the granny clusters, are like people's favorites because it's soothing to crochet them. But I've had a back and forth. This gets into the holes thing. I've had a back and forth with granny stitches because of the holes. I don't like a lot of holes in a baby blanket or blankets in general because then it's cold. The air goes through the holes and then it's not as warm. This is my husband's big beef with holes in blankets too.
Oh,
He's like, "Oh, too many holes." And I'm like, "You're right, but I'm coming around because it's just so peaceful to crochet the granny stitch." So I'm making a temperature blanket with the granny stitch right now. It's like trying to find a way to make a small temperature blanket using a big stitch, and I'm happy with the concept, but
new.
it's so like
Oh,
pleasant
it's so
to
soothing.
crochet. Yeah. Yeah.
I do a lot of my favorite base stitch for crochet in general. If I want to do the equivalent of plain stockinette, so just the plainest fabric, it's double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet.
Oh,
Because I don't
nice.
like only double crochet because your stitches lean a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then like it's more busy visually than I want.
Yeah. The way I've been preferring to do cables lately is on that kind of background. So like the double crochet row also has the cabling and then just a row of single crochet to get back and then yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad that this is yeah. And like single crochet is so easy and soothing too, but it just takes a long
It's slow.
time. It's slow. Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
like the double crochet row better, but it makes also for a slightly less holy fabric than the single crochets. So if you work with thicker yarns or a looser gauge because you want the fabric to be more flowy, you can take a bigger hook and do double crochet, single crochet and still have that loosey fabric, but less holy for your
Yeah.
fingers. And
Right.
so.
Yeah, which so on that topic, like I don't like holes in the fabric because of the cold thing, like the air flow, but for safety reasons, they say you shouldn't have holes in the fabric for baby blankets because their fingers and toes can get caught, and then you cut off circulation. But I'm so back and forth with I know I, but I'm like, okay, crochet in general has holes unless you do okay, this is a blanket that's entirely done in slip stitch. Speaking of slow, I know. It's a temperature
Wow.
blanket. I did it over the course of a year. That's the only way I would ever make a blanket in slip stitch. But no matter how much you stretch it, there's no holes because of the nature of the fabric. But
Yeah.
otherwise, like any other crochet stitch, you can fit
The
your
linked
fingers
double
through the
crochet
holes.
doesn't have
Oh
holes.
yeah, that's true.
There's a
I need to
few. There's
try
not
that
many. There's
stitch.
a few.
There are a
Oh,
few.
it's
You're
very pretty.
right.
I like it for boys wearables because I don't
Oh.
like the holes on boys. I have toddler boys like 4 and 6, and
Mm-hmm.
crochet fabric tends to be, I don't know. I'm gonna get hated for this, but like it tends to be more feminine because of the holes. Like for me, it
Uh-huh.
has more of a girly look that I don't like. So I tend to go towards knitting for boys, but then I'm like, I also want to do something in crochet because it's fun. And there's no reason to not do any crochet garments. Then for boys, I'm always like, what stitch? Either a very textured stitch, like a very wintry stitch, but if you want something not super warm and dense and stiff, I find that link double crochet is it's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah. There was that presentation all about linked stitches and linked double crochet at
Yes,
the
in the summit.
summit, and I
Yep,
watched
I
it. It
was
was
there
good.
summit.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Okay, maybe a linked double crochet baby blanket with some other stuff going on will be in the future. Yeah, with cables on top of it. Okay, thank you. I got to write down some ideas after this. Oh, also, just on the topic of holes, filet crochet baby blankets are very popular to have the little holes to make
Yeah.
designs. And so I'm not ruling out holes in baby blankets in general. It's yeah, another reason some people like the holes in the baby blankets because if it, heaven forbid, the blanket covers
Yeah.
baby's face, they can breathe. And so yeah, I'm so back and forth. I guess I would lean toward the happy medium of tiny holes, perhaps, or in general,
Or
I
bigger holes that cannot cut circulation.
yeah, right?
I find that it depends. Again, I think it's the same discussion as the size. If you're doing it for a small baby,
Mm-hmm.
I would go no holes.
Mm-hmm.
But once they're 1.5, 2, they
Mm-hmm.
love to put their tiny fingers and play with the fabric. Like anytime I wear
Yeah.
something lacy,
Mm-hmm.
my son still comes and tries to put his finger in. It drives me nuts because he's stretching all my lace.
Yeah.
But it's like sensory, the sensory
Yeah.
toys, that do noise and stuff. It
Mm-hmm.
kind of becomes something like that at the same time.
Yeah. 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 So more arguments for holes and texture. Just bring it all on. That sounds good. So,
Um, we haven't talked much about colors. Colors are
yeah.
crucial, especially for baby
Yes.
blanket. What's your
Yes.
take on colors? Stick to baby colors, stick to other palettes, blue for boys, pink for girls,
Right.
neutral, so you're sure. What's your take?
Yeah. It all depends on who I'm making the blanket for because usually when I'm designing blankets, I've got a recipient in mind. I'm in a stage of life, all my friends, family. I had a baby in February of this year. All four, literally all four of my sisters-in-law had babies between December and March. So that was a lot of baby blankets. It's awesome. And so I've got lots of loved ones that I'm always making blankets for or for charity. But anyway, sometimes the moms don't find out the gender ahead of time. So then I'm not going to make them a pink blanket, right? Or even necessarily a blue
It's
one.
pretty boy pink, but I love
That's
pinks
true.
and boys in pink, so
Like a salmon color, like it's yeah.
no, more like a raspberry.
Oh yeah.
The salmon is very funny. It's very the European pinks are very different than the American pinks.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go on a tangent here, but like
All
this
right.
is more like a salmony pink, and it's
Okay.
not at all the kind of pink Europeans like. We
Huh.
like more pink, like this kind of pink,
Okay.
or
Like a
like
mauvey.
like a
Okay.
baby pink, or like a
Yeah.
we call it more raspberry. But still, this is
Okay.
Lion brand, so there's too much yellow in it for me. European brands, you'll see that their pinks have less yellow in it and are
Okay.
more like cold toned.
Okay.
Um, and I've found that US, Canada, like that side of the world, has more yellow in their pinks, like for adults
Mhm.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get very frustrated because I cannot find any yarns that are available to my customers because I work mostly with the US. So I go for
Mhm.
American brands, but they never have the shades of pinks that I like.
Oh
Anyway,
man.
big tangent.
Yeah. I love warm yellow. I love warm tones. So I'm like, bring me the warmest pinks that you can find. I don't know how else to describe the colors, but
Sun
yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go for pastels that much, contrary to what I'm wearing. I don't go for pastel colors. Everybody does pastels for babies, right? I like really like rich colors or like unexpected. This blanket was fun to put together. And it's very busy. I don't know. We'll see how people respond to it. This will come out in October on my blog, but this was fun
It's
to put
pretty.
together because thank you. It's just like different colors, more like wintry colors. This is for a baby boy. What else do I have here? Like this one, this is my temperature blanket for my February baby. And it's mostly like the really muted muted, but then like there's some really dark tones for the colder temperatures. I don't know how to describe the palettes that I like other than like rich and
A lot of like
warm.
taupey, cozy colors, but
Yeah.
like rich,
Yeah, because
not typical baby colors.
yes, that's really what I like. If I
Definitely,
could
yeah.
make all the baby blankets in shades of orange, I would love to do that. But orange is a polarizing color. It's my favorite color, but it is polarizing. So,
Yeah. Not sure it would go with any nursery.
yes, truly. Unless maybe like a citrus theme or like a jungle animals. Maybe there's, you could squeeze some orange tones in there. But safari, I don't know. But it's, yeah. So
I like to go with this kind of green. I don't know how it's called,
oh
like
yeah.
sage
I love
green
sage green.
for, and obviously off-white because everything's off-white for babies with me. But for gender neutral, like,
Yeah.
you know, the blanket you make for your stash. I have a blanket gift stash ready anytime I need
Yeah.
one. Those are the colors that I would usually go towards to be. That goes for a boy or girls
Yep.
very easily, and it's very baby friendly, but not like pastel yellow cliche.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
pastel yellow is very cliche baby. Although the walls here are like it used to be a baby room once upon a time.
Aw.
Well, when I
Yeah.
was a kid, so it's a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, we live in my parents' vacation house
Oh,
from when we
wow.
were kids.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
we haven't updated the home decor. So I have a door with an armoire with horses on, and yeah, it's very
That's
kids.
so sweet. Oh, how cool. Oh, my goodness. That's awesome.
Just to wrap it up, do you have any tips for caring, wash, durability? We did talk about it with fiber contents, but what do you tell people when you gift the blanket, or what do you recommend people do to make sure that their blankets is taken care of correctly?
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever I gift the blankets, usually there's a card that's, I tell the moms what it's made out of. So if it's acrylic, if it's wool, if it's cotton, so they know. Usually, almost always, I try to wash the blanket before I give it to them. You know, one less thing for the mom to worry about. And then I'll say that all in the card, and I'll say, this yarn can be machine washed and dried. Or I always say, machine washable. You can wash this in the machine,
Yeah.
so they're not scared to use it. But then if it's a yarn that needs to be air dried, I'll say air dry. Or if it's a yarn that I ran through the dryer, like if I ran my swatch through the dryer and I was like, the label says you can machine dry, but this is not looking its best already, then I'll say something like, I do recommend air drying handmade items, which maybe is just a good teaching point anyway, depending on if the parents have received handmade things before or what.
And
Yeah,
do
so
you like
usually,
tell them how to dry it? Air dry, okay, but if you hang it, it's not, personally, it's not going to be a very good idea. Okay, maybe on a tiny baby size, it's fine, but if it's a heavier weight and you hang it, it's gonna.
it'll droop. Yeah, it depends on, yeah, that's a good point. It does depend. So usually, because the blankets, usually I make really small ones, I'll say it can be, I just say air dry. Because drying flat is great in theory, but I've got a teeny tiny laundry room. A lot of like my friends have small laundry rooms, so it's where are you going to dry this thing? And then that feels stressful. So it'll be like, okay, while you're dealing with being a new parent, find somewhere in your house to air dry this blanket where your dog won't jump on it or whatever. You know what I mean? And so usually I just say air dry, but maybe I should see, because then I'm like, if I give them a blanket that has to be dried flat,
Okay, but there's dried flat and flat. There's a difference between putting, like, pinning it at both corner and letting hang, or at least fold it in half over like a
yeah,
rack. That
right,
already makes a huge difference. I usually say try to put it more or less flat. Don't completely hang it. But I
right,
usually also gift them and explain it while I gift it.
yeah,
So then we can use more words than in a card. But
yes, good point. And yeah, cards can get lost and stuff too. So it's being able to vocally say it as well. That's good too. Yeah, I'm lately I've been trying to gravitate more towards yarns that can go in the dryer, but that's cotton or acrylic. But it depends on the acrylic, depends on the cotton
I've
sometimes
never,
too.
yeah. I don't use the
Mhm.
dryer for anything.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I hate the dryer. So the least I use it, the better I. I'm like, don't use it for anything. It destroys everything. I haven't tried the dryer yet for handmade things.
Yeah.
I already
Yeah.
don't trust it with my like store-bought stuff, except like
Right.
towels and
Yeah.
sheets, but that's it.
Yeah. My husband's family, he grew up, they would air dry. They'd hang dry a lot of stuff too. They didn't use the dryer that much. So I hang dry a lot of his shirts and they've held up. He's got shirts from college that look amazing because they're air
Yeah, the
dried.
dryer is gonna ruin your clothes. Well,
Yeah.
it's gonna wear them. Like,
Yeah. But then I'm like, I got four small children.
oh
Like I
yeah,
am not air
um,
drying baby
everything
clothes. And
below size 24 months got dried,
yes. Yep. Yep.
except like
And
woolen sweater. But anything that could, that was like, my mom said, baby stuff, it's fine. You just put it in the dryer. Not your own
yeah.
stuff, but baby stuff, don't worry. You'll
Yep.
buy
Yep.
something
Yep.
else
Yep.
if you need to, but at least you'll sleep.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Trying to think if there's
So
any
as
like
like a sorry, go
oh,
ahead.
I'm just trying to think if there's any tips or anything that we haven't covered about baby blankets that
So
like, oh wait,
I was
everyone needs
gonna
to know. Yeah.
wrap up with the last question that could
Yeah.
spark you. So if someone was about to start their very first easy crochet baby blanket this week, what is one piece of advice you wish you could give every single beginner who pick up a hook and wants to do a blanket?
Yeah. Well, okay. I've got a couple things I'll say, which is just try not to stress too much about it. Just if it comes out like the edges are a little funny or the tension changed as your project went on, try not to stress about it. The moms are going to be like their heart will be so warmed that you made them something. The first time I gave a baby blanket at a baby shower, my friend cried. And it looked bad. It was a bad baby blanket. It was like it was not I did not block it because I
There
didn't
are
know what that
not no
was.
such
Yeah.
things as bad handmade items gifted.
Yeah.
Does
So
not
that's
exist.
I would totally just on the emotional side, I would say just try to enjoy the process. Don't stress about if it doesn't look perfect. And then a practical piece of advice is if you don't do this already, when you make your turning chain or when you make your starting chain, excuse me, work row one into the back bump of your starting chain. And your, how do I say this? Your loops, you've got your V's and then you've got the bump. If you turn your chain, you should be able to see kind of this construction. Work into the back bump because then when you come around to do your border, it looks like you're working into the top of ordinary stitches. It'll create those V's on the bottom of your blanket, and then it's much easier to place your stitches later. That's just I always work into the back bump ever since I learned
Oh,
that was a thing. So, for that reason.
I did not know that. I've never tried it.
Really?
I just do my blanket border in the back bump, but
Okay. Well,
no,
that's fair too.
just do a normal chain.
Which, by the way, blanket borders really help if you've got some wonky tension stuff going on, or maybe you dropped a stitch and it got a little smaller. Like a good thick border can help even out some of those issues and make your blanket look more professional or whatever, like more polished. So that's embrace the blanket borders. They're awesome once you get a good feel for them.
Thank you so much, Dana. This was really good. I hope everyone picked up some new ideas for their next baby blanket projects. I know you and I definitely did. If you enjoyed this, please hit subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the interview series and let us know in the comment which stitch or yarn tip you're going to try first. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see everyone in the next one.
Thank you so much.